This story begins with one man who turned an everyday gadget into a tool for the criminal underworld. Vince Ramos, a businessman from Canada, stood at the origins of devices that changed the game for cartels, mafias, and international crime syndicates. In the early 2000s, BlackBerry became a symbol of success. Its encrypted messengers and corporate features ensured secure communication for business people worldwide. Vince Ramos saw an opportunity in FistNet for legitimate business, but for the criminal world. In 2008, Ramos founded Phantom Secure, a company that specialized in modifying BlackBerry phones. All features that could expose the auto GPS, cameras, microphones, and browsers are removed. All that remained was an encrypted messenger, accessible only through Phantom Secure's special servers. These devices quickly became popular among office workers, but in the criminal underworld, Phantom Secure became a hit among Mexican cartels, Australian gangs, and European mafias. They used it to discuss drug shipments, weapons smuggling, contract killings, all without fear of being caught. A Canadian drug lord later admitted, if you didn't have a Phantom Secure, you weren't playing in the big leagues. These devices became essential for coordinating deals across the globe, according to the FBI at its peak. Phantom Secure serviced tens of thousands of phones used by criminals. On one such phone, a deal involving cocaine shipments to Australia worth over $500 million was discussed. Everyone involved was convinced their messages couldn't be intercepted, but Vince Ramos had one weakness: loved a lavish lifestyle and flaunted his wealth. This showiness became his downfall. Ramos actively marketed his services directly to criminals, assuring clients that his phones were 100% secure. He openly claimed they were designed for the criminal world. Our devices are so secure that even if your phone falls into the hands of the police, they won't be able to do anything. It's absolute freedom for your business, he boasted. The FBI had been watching Phantom Secure for a long time, but proving the company's involvement in crimes was difficult. Everything changed in 2018 when a gun leader in Australia, one of Ramos' clients, was arrested. Traces of encryption linked to Phantom Secure were found on the device. This became the key piece of evidence. Vince Ramos was arrested in Las Vegas during a meeting with clients. He was charged with conspiracy to aid international crime syndicates. After his arrest, Phantom Secure ceased to exist, leaving the criminal world without the tool that had been so vital to them. That's when the FBI came up with an idea: create a new device that wouldn't just replace Phantom Secure, but would serve as a trap for criminals. It all started with a former Phantom Secure distributor who, after Ramos' arrest, approached the FBI with a proposal. This man had been a middleman between Phantom Secure and the criminal underworld, and he had an idea: create a new device that would look like an ultra-secure phone, but would secretly transmit data directly to law enforcement. Thus, Anam was born, a device designed to meet every demand of criminals: an encrypted messenger, a self-destruct feature for data, no GPS, no camera, no microphone, but the real secret of Anam lay in its backdoor, which allowed the FBI to receive every message sent through it in real time. Over the course of Anam's existence, the FBI collected over 27 million messages discussing drugs, murders, corruption, and assassination plots. To make Anam popular, the FBI couldn't just offer it directly to criminals. The devices were distributed through the network of trusted intermediaries, including Hawk and Egg, known as the Facebook gangster. Egg already had a reputation in the criminal world as a tech supplier, and his involvement was key to Anam's success. He convinced his clients that Anam was the best device on the market. Within just 2 years, Anam became a hit among criminal groups. It was used in Australia, Europe, South America, and even Asia. No one suspected that every message they sent was already evidence in future criminal cases. criminals were accustomed to devices like Phantom Secure, and Anom offered the same features only better. Moreover, the FBI spread rumors that competing platforms weren't as secure anymore. Among those caught using Anom were major players, an Australian gang leader who used the device to plan the elimination of rivals, and a Colombian drug lord organizing cocaine shipments to Europe. One notable success was the prevention of a massive drug deal in Australia thanks to messages sent via Anom. Police intercepted 1.5 tons of cocaine before it reached the country. In total, operations based on Anom data led to the seizure of over 250 tons of drugs, millions of dollars, and hundreds of weapons. What's especially surprising is that Anom's popularity grew not just through the distributors' efforts. Criminals themselves advertised it. They recommended it to their associates, convinced it was the most reliable tech out there. For example, one Australian criminal used Anom to plan a rival's murder, writing, "This phone is a real gem. No one will ever know what we're discussing here." Operation Trojan Shield had been in motion long before the first arrests. The FBI used Anom for over 3 years, gathering intel, observing criminals, and building chains of evidence. Every message sent through Anom became part of a global puzzle. Agents didn't just watch the mapped out connections, who worked with whom, where deals were made, what routes the criminals used. The FBI and their partners in 18 countries devised a massive strike plan to take down as many crime groups as possible in one fell swoop. The operation reached its peak in June 2021. Over the course of a few days, hundreds of raids were conducted worldwide, each one based on intel gathered through Anom. The raids began in Australia, where police arrested hundreds of people and seized 3.7 tons of drugs, 104 firearms, and over $35 million in cash. In Europe, arrests based on Anom data took place in the Netherlands, Germany, and Sweden. In one operation, police intercepted over a ton of cocaine meant for the UK. In Germany, authorities uncovered a warehouse used to store weapons for smuggling into Africa. After the arrests, the criminal world was in shock. Anom device they thought was the most secure it turned out to be the greatest betrayal. One of the arrested criminals said, "It was the perfect plan. We handed over all our secrets straight into their hands."